Practice yesterday was a great carryover with the energy and the spirit, and guys were connected. We talked about it before, just being unselfish. There's going to be, some guys that their minutes are going to, come down as we get healthy here. And so that's what happens when you have a deep team, and I thought the guys did a great job tonight.
That's a good debut for Holiday. Yes.
It was all right. No, it was, as I talked about, he could start here, and just to look at that, to see how he does in the starting role. He's a pro. He's been in the league. He's won a championship. So, yeah, he's won. He's happy to be here, and he's gonna do whatever it takes to help his team win. And so tonight was a pretty good display of being able to catch and shoot open shots. And then defensively, I thought he did a really good job too. So good start. We'll go back to work tomorrow and then get ready for the Lakers. But again, anytime you can score 142 points and Luka doesn't have to play in the fourth, that's pretty good.
How encouraged were you with the way the ball found some of the open paths, some different open paths?
Yeah, I thought the ball from yesterday was moving. We saw that, before the break. I thought guys moving too. And then, your quarterbacks with Kai and LD finding open guys. I thought they did a really good job. I thought Josh did a good job finding guys. The ball doesn't stick, especially when you talk about, when you people have said that Luka and Kai need the ball. Well, they also can, know how to use their teammates, and their teammates are delivering right now.
What do you think about the pace with guys?
Yeah, I don't know how fast it was. I don't think it was as fast as the Clipper game or the Kings game, but I just like the pace that we're starting to get out and run a little bit faster, looking to explore to get an easy layup or a wide open three. And I think just being unselfish, guys are sacrificing by running their patterns. Again, a lot of carryover from yesterday's practice.
How are Holiday and Bullock different defensively?
It's the battle of the skinny guys.
I was wondering if Holiday's skinniest tier since we're improved. That's a different question.
Yeah. I think they're very similar. They're both defensive-minded guys, love the challenge, and then can shoot the ball at a high rate. And so, I think when you look at what Holiday has done here just tonight, not playing for a month, and then being able to come out and play 20-something minutes and help a team win, I think that just shows as a pro, he's always prepared. And again, coming out of the break, it's easy to not be in shape, but I thought yesterday's practice was fast-paced, and he showed that he was ready to go.
Luka and Kyrie are two of the most efficient short-range shot creators in the NBA. What advantage does an offense get by having two of those threats together on the floor?
Well, that's a great question. When you can be able to finish at the rim and then also in the paint, that helps. And then a lot of times those that they don't make lead to offensive rebounds or to the free throw line. So that's something that both of those guys can do. And Luka did that there in the first quarter. I think he got there 10 times. And so it just being aggressive and the mindset of getting in the paint. When you have those two quarterbacks getting into the paint and being able to get to the rim, we would say Luka's a great finisher, and we would say Kai is the best finisher in the league with either hand. And so to have that ability to get to the paint and to the rim is big.
And Kyrie scored a couple times, kind of using a triple threat to create some space from three. What do you think makes him so effective, in those situations?
Well, he's a student of the game. He's fundamentally sound, understands how to use the pivot, understands, to create space without the dribble, and then he's the best dribbler in the league. And so to be able to create space with that in small spaces, he's unstoppable.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
We'll bring Luka and Justin.
You had an inkling when we were talking to you yesterday that you might get to play, but you think a performance like this?
I don't come in thinking I'm going to go crazy. My plan was just to come in and play hard. I knew there were going to be open shots, but our team is so good that those open shots can go to anybody. I was going to have a few looks, but if I get the looks, I'm pretty confident I'm going to make them.
You get pretty comfortable in that corner?
Yeah. I was like, I'll stay here all day. We're going to just keep throwing it over here. You know, once you make one, you know, hopefully you can duplicate that. So, yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit too early to compare to past situations, but do you have a confidence that you're going to get a lot of open looks, you know, playing with these guys?
Yeah, like I said, those two generate a lot of open shots for guys, and they're willing passers. So if it's myself or anyone else, there's going to be open shots to be had. And the beautiful thing about it is I'm okay with it not being me, you know, and these guys are okay with it not being them. And that's the way, you know, you play as a team to be good. When you're happy for the next guy to get a shot, it's hard for teams to kind of beat that when you have that type of camaraderie and that type of feel for each other.
The offense on this obviously is potent here, but, you know, in the playoffs generally you got to play some defense to go anywhere. Do you see that, at least some of that potential for this team going forward? Is there some
100%. Yeah. I mean, a comment I continued to make when I was on the bench was I felt like guys were there to help me. And so guys were rotating and doing things. So the things we go through in practice, we know exactly what we're supposed to do in certain situations, and that's the first step to being a good defensive team. So I just think, you know, with a little more time, I think we have a lot of potential to be well on that, do well on the other end.
One of the things the Mavs fans are known for is being rowdy, loud, and proud. Can you talk about the energy that you felt tonight?
I felt this energy plenty of times. You know, this is my first time obviously feeling it from the home game. I've always liked playing here because of how, you know, loud and, you know, proud they are for their team. So to be a part of that, man, it feels really good.
I think probably a lot of fans who watched tonight's game would probably be asking themselves, why has Justin Holiday only played 2 games since late December?
I asked that same question.
You never got an answer?
I mean, understandably, I understood what they were doing in Atlanta. I mean, there was a kid and good friend of mine, and Adrian, so I call him Griffin Jr., and he's a great player. He's a young kid. I understand what they wanted to do. So it wasn't anything like, I don't think it had anything to do with what I was capable of doing. Just sometimes this is how this thing goes. I've been in the NBA long enough to, you know, feel every type of thing that can go down. So it wasn't anything like, yeah, you're not good enough. It was just, you know, a situation that they wanted to do over there, and he's been playing well and doing great with it. So I'm very, very happy for him.
Jason Kidd said you have a chance to start here with Dallas. Is that something you guys talked about before you decided to come? Was that factor into your decision to come to Dallas?
No, I didn't know that. And starting or not starting doesn't matter to me. I just want to win. I don't care how it goes down.
What were some of the things that were appealing to you to sign here with Dallas, since you had some options after the bye?
Other than Kyrie and Luka? Again, this organization from afar, you know, I've been in this game for a while, has always wanted to do things the right way to win the championship, regardless of how good their team was or wasn't. So, I mean, I've always loved playing here. I've always loved the city of Dallas. Even I remember all the way back to when I took my when I worked out here. Loved everything, you know, they were about. And at that time, they had, you know, Dirk still and things like that. So this organization has always been a championship caliber organization. And I wanted to be a part of that, as well as how good this team actually is. And, you know, yes, we have Luka and Kyrie, but we have a lot of good players that know how to fit into different spots and, again, are happy for one another. And you can see that when you're playing against this team. So I just wanted to be a part of that. And Jay Kidd as well. It's dope to play for him. Like, him as a coach is, like, he gets it. He understands it. Straightforward. He's honest. Communicates. And that's how I like it. Be real with me, and we're going to be good.
So what's one of his messages to you, since now that you have some time with the team? What's been something that he's been communicating with you?
Really just to go out there and just play. Just to be me. And, you know, when anybody tells you just to be you, that's an easy job to do. Again, he understands the game, so he knows things aren't going to be perfect. He understands I play the game hard, so he's like, just go out there and play hard. You know, I'm a vet. I've played long enough. I know how to do any and everything. That he's not worried about the little mistakes that might happen here and there. He knows I'm going to get them. And, again, the team around, the guys help me. You know, they talk to me. They're in help side. It just makes it easy for me just to fit right in. So he just says, go and, you know, just be you. And that's about it.
How intense was it growing up playing against your brothers?
Intense?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no more intense than playing anyone else. The most intense basketball is playoffs. So playing against my brothers in a regular season game is nowhere near as intense a playoff game is. But I will say it's the most fun games I play in. I love playing with them for sure, but against them, I love those games because it just feels like we're back in the park again playing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. You have a good
Thank
night.
you.